Hi YouTube. Today we'll be talking about the Radiant Fluid Foundation from Cle de Peau Beauté, which is something I thought I would never say. Did you know they made foundation for black people? Stay tuned. Hi guys. So recently I was just minding my own business. I was, once again, I kind of average going to Sephora and or Nordstrom once a week. So I went to Nordstrom and I was just going through, different counters, just saying, oh, I don't need anything. I'm just browsing, blah, blah, blah. And for some reason, I decided to stop by Cle de Peau. I was thinking maybe I could replenish on an oil that I particularly love from them that I've replenished on 3 times at least. However, I'm using a Biossance oil, so I don't really need oil. I don't need anything at this point. I moved over to the color section and, I was staring at the Cle de Peau concealers. I have been trained by Cle de Peau on multiple occasions. And each time I would ask them, when are you making a concealer for black people? And I would get the same answer, we're working on it. So to this day, they haven't expanded the range. They have one, well, they did expand the range, but the shade that they did expand it to is like, we're talking Holly Berry. So obviously they haven't expanded the range. So I moved over to the foundation. I started looking at the foundations and I noticed that, one of the shades was really deep as far as how the swatch looked, or at least the photocopy swatch. And, those are never accurate, so I really didn't believe it. But lo and behold, I actually asked them, I said, can you go ahead and show me this particular foundation in this shade? And oh my God, y'all, they have a Cle de Peau foundation in my shade. And personally, I couldn't believe it. I was so thrilled because I had so many friends of the Caucasian persuasion who had used this particular foundation for years and they had loved this foundation, and I had always wanted to try it, but again, it never came in my shade. I can't say that, I've done like full extensive research, Googling, whatever. From what I've been able to gather, I have shown no one that has actually reviewed this particular foundation in deeper tones, because there's 2 tones. There's one that goes before the deepest shade, and that one is for someone with brown skin. Well, I'm gonna say light caramel or yellow bone. The shade that I have, is definitely for my skin tone, and I have not found one video of someone talking about this. So who knew? Cle de Peau made foundation for black people. I mean, it's not, extensive, but it actually exists. And I had also found out that they're coming out with a new foundation, I believe in the fall. And that foundation actually is going to have more of an expansive range. And this is the first time that Cle de Peau Beauté has ever done this before. So that's really great to see that they're making some type of progress. But again, concealer, it's like a $70+ concealer. It's one of the best concealers in the world. And again, I can't use it because it doesn't come in my skin tone, but I've seen people use it. I've applied it on people before. I know how amazing it is. So the day that they do that, that would be just bliss. It would be everything. So like I said, I went ahead and made the purchase, and the Cle de Peau rep was so excited because child, wasn't nobody at their counter. So this is called the Radiant Fluid Foundation, and this is the shade 080. And again, for years, I have seen people who have worn this foundation who have raved about it. They have several foundations that people rave about. Of course they have that, I believe it's like a $250 foundation, and it's just called the foundation because it's the foundation. I can't say anything about it just because, I haven't put it on my skin per se, but I've seen it on other people and it is truly incredible. But again, this is the Radiant foundation and I'm shocked. I can't believe that I didn't even notice that they had a shade this deep. So just so that you're aware, if you're not familiar with Cle de Peau color, within the foundation range, so 080, O stands for ochre, and this follows their concealers as well. So with their concealers, you'll see, 010, 020. Ochre essentially just means that that particular product is going to have more of a yellow or warm golden undertone. You'll also see I, so for instance, if you see I10, that's just ivory, which means it's going to have more of a pink, cool undertone. You'll also see Bs in front of foundation shades or concealers, and that's beige, so it's more of a neutral type of undertone. Also, you'll see WB, which is warm beige, and you'll also see BF, which is a light buff. And of course, being that this is Cle de Peau, this is a $128 foundation, and this is known as Deep Mahogany 080. And of course, they have an 070, which I believe is just called Mahogany. But again, because it's 070 and 080, both of them will have more of a warm yellow type of undertone. So I've already prepped and primed my skin, so I'm going to go straight into the foundation. I'm going to put 3 pumps in my hand. So here is 080. It's a very warm golden undertone. Now I'm going to go ahead and just dot this on my face as usual. and we'll blend it out with a sponge. It smells very good, definitely has fragrance. Oh my, this is very beautiful, y'all. It's called Radiant Fluid, but again, I would say it's more of a soft matte type of radiant foundation. It looks beautiful. It's definitely a lighter coverage. I would say it's more of a light to medium. It covers what I want to be covered, but it's not a full coverage foundation. Ah, my Anglo friends weren't kidding about this one. I really enjoy the scent that's in this foundation. It's very soft, yet nice. It's not off-putting. I've used Cle de Peau skincare off and on for many years, and you know, I know that their skincare is amazing, so their foundation doesn't surprise me at all. I've used their eyeshadows, I've used their highlighters, I've used things that I've been able to use with my skin tone, but foundation on myself, this is literally the first time I've been able to buy it, because they finally did something, finally made a change. This is so pretty. Don't have anything else near me, so I'm just going to use my McGRATH concealer in MD23. Though honestly, I don't really need the coverage with this concealer. It actually conceals enough for me anyway. For powder, I'm going to use my new love lately, which is Sacha Buttercup. While I let the powder do its thing, I'm going to go ahead and go in with the Airbrush bronzer from Tilbury in shade 3 Tan. I am so impressed right now, y'all. For the lips, I'll just be using the Tom Ford Soleil, the lip blush. That definitely does work. Now I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush and dust off the excess powder. Gonna pop on a little bit of the Laura Mercier blush in Grapefruit. I'm sure y'all are tired of seeing this, but it's the only one I can find right now in my collection. I don't know where they're at. Do a final dust over before I set. As a final step, I'll be using the Veil Setting Spray from Hourglass. So the Radiant Fluid Foundation is your standard 30 ml bottle. It retails for $128 and it comes in 14 different shades at this time. And the following is just information from the Cle de Peau website. Key benefits: contains illuminating complex, a powerful moisture stabilizing force that promotes exquisite radiance. Day matching powder responds to changes in skin tone throughout the day and maintains a perfect foundation finish. Watery oil base provides a uniquely dewy, lustrous finish. Imparts a glowing veil to reveal a vibrant luminosity that transcends the natural look of skin. Resists dullness, wear, and changes in color throughout the day to retain a beautiful finish for hours. Moisturizes skin and allows you to feel hydrated treatment. Developed with the dewy serum-like texture that glides on as if melting over skin to become one with your complexion and provide a smooth finish. Contains chestnut rose fruit extract to make skin feel soft, providing moisture while preventing skin from looking dull. Dermatologist tested. Also, this does contain SPF 24. Okay, so I said this before with the La Mer foundation. I said this before with the Pat McGrath foundation. This particular foundation, oh my god, my skin, it looks unbelievable in person. It looks absolutely flawless. And I know people always say like, your skin's flawless anyway. First of all, do you not see my face at the beginning of the videos? Like, I have really good skin, but you know, I do have natural periorbital hyperpigmentation. I have natural darkness under my eyes. It's hereditary. I have natural creasing under my eyes. So my skin is definitely not flawless, but it is in very great condition, and I will say that. But this foundation, I'm looking at myself through a monitor, y'all. This is unbelievable how this looks. Oh my god. This looks stunning. It is stunning, okay? This foundation, definitely in the running for becoming my next HG foundation. Wow. This is why so many of my white friends love this foundation. I mean, I didn't know. I wasn't able to put it on. I mean, I could see it being applied to people. I had applied it to people before, but I have never seen, you know, for myself on my own skin to actually see, you know, what it would actually look like, you know? And again, I'm so glad that, you know, this foundation comes in, you know, deeper tones, though it's not really amazing. The deepest shades are 060, 70, and 80. I didn't want to say 060 is a deep tone, but 070 and 080, like I said, 080 you saw in the swatch. It's definitely my skin tone. It's a perfect match. It's beautiful. It's also 070, and I'm going to go ahead and put that on right now because I did take a sample of that home specifically for this video just so that you guys could see that. Here's a sample. See, I'd be thinking about y'all. So honestly, I wouldn't even say 070 is a deep tone, but they call this mahogany. I don't know who told them this was mahogany. I don't know know if someone in Japan told them that this was considered mahogany, because it's not mahogany. So the first shade right here, this is 070, of course. So that is going to be mahogany, and then the shade next to it is 080, which is the shade that I'm wearing, which is deep mahogany. And again, both of them are an O, which means ochre, which also means what class? It's a yellow, warm, golden undertone. Good. So again, the undertones for both of those are yellow, warm, and golden and beautiful. But 080 really stands out, and it's so beautiful because it's literally a perfect match for my skin. And I know that with the newer foundation, I'll put some information or put a name up or an image of the foundation up. I think the most that they're going to do is go up to an 090, I want to say. I'm not 100% sure because I don't work in the beauty world right now. Who knows what will happen in the future, but I don't work directly in the beauty world at this time. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen with this particular foundation, but I do know that they are going to expand the range and provide more shade options for people of color, or at least that's what I have been told and what I've read. So, as far as how the foundation performs, everything that I described with the foundation is true. It's 100% true. It lasts all throughout the day. When you put it on, you don't even feel like you're putting anything on because it literally is like a serum. So it's a very light texture on the skin. It doesn't settle into any fine lines. It doesn't settle under my eyes with my natural creasing. It doesn't do any of that. It just goes on and it looks absolutely incredible. And again, how it says, it adapts, throughout the day. It is some weird type of technology, but if there's a brand that would do something like that, it would be a Cle de Peau. It would be a Shiseido. They would do something like that because again, it's Japanese skincare, it's Japanese beauty. Japanese skincare is absolutely amazing. And of course, Korean skincare I think probably would be the best. That's an argument we can have another day because of course we have our Salwasu and its sister more Pacific, and we have, just other Korean brands. Of course you have your SK2, but anyway, I'm not going to get too deep in it. But again, it does everything that it says it does. It's a light to medium buildable coverage. It is very expensive, but again, this is true luxury, and with Cle de Peau, they infuse skincare into everything that they make, down to the lipsticks. So again, you're definitely getting your money's worth when you buy from Cle de Peau. So I am thoroughly impressed with this foundation. I highly recommend, if you are, around my skin tone, I highly recommend you visit a Cle de Peau counter and just get a swatch of this, or get a sample rather of this particular foundation. Take it home, try it out, see what you think. If you're lighter than me, you may want to try the 070. If you're high yellow, try 060. This is an amazing foundation. I am so excited about this foundation. Like, I'm addicted to foundations, as you can see, because I come out with foundation videos all the time. And I have more to come. I have a Shiseido video that's coming. I have so many foundations that I have not even discussed, in addition to other products. And so it's really hard to get everything out because I don't know what's going to be next. But again, I have a list. I've checked it twice, and I'm getting out everything that I can to you as soon as humanly possible. Definitely let me know if you have tried the Radiant Fluid Foundation, regardless of your skin tone and undertone. Let me know what you think about it. What do you think about Cle de Peau skincare? Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back with a whole lot more, guys.